Hello everyone, it's Freya here from My Wild Child, and guess who's with me? Can you remember? It's Fergus! Say a big hello to Fergus. Fergus is giving you a big nod and a big wave. We are back with another video for you this week, and we're going to be talking a little bit more about spring. Now, we talked a bit already about what happens in spring, that we hear more birds singing, and hopefully you've still been listening out for birds in your garden or out the window, or if you're on a walk. And what else did we talk about? There's more sunshine around, being really lucky to have some nice spring sunshine. And the other thing, can you remember, Fergus, what's the other thing that helps tell us that it's spring at the moment? What's the other thing? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we're also starting to see more flowers around, beautiful flowers popping up. So we thought today we'd have a look at some of the flowers in my garden, and we're going to be looking at their different colours and their different shapes. And then you guys can have a look at some flowers in your garden, or when you're out for a walk, or even maybe you could see some out of the window from where you live. So we're going to have a little look and a little talk about those. So me and Fergus are going to take you around the garden to have a little look at what we can find. So the first flower that we're looking at is one of Fergus's favourite flowers. Does anyone know what this one is? It's called a dandelion, and it's got lots and lots and lots of little tiny flowers that look like petals that make up the whole flower, and it's a really good source of food for lots of insects that come out in the early spring. And you often see dandelions growing in amongst the grass in your garden. The next flower that Fergus and I have found in the garden is called a primrose, and this is a lovely yellow flower as well. And if you look closely, you can see that it's got two different kinds of yellow. It looks a little bit like a fried egg with yellow in the middle and a paler colour, pale yellow, not quite white, all around on the petals on the outside. This yellow flower is another very common wildflower that we see growing in our gardens or by the sides of the road or in parks sometimes. And you probably know that this one is called a buttercup. These yellow flowers here are very beautiful, and Fergus likes them too. They grow in the pond. So if you look here, you can see that we're by the pond. And these flowers are called marsh marigolds. And they like to grow in places like ponds where it's very wet and damp, because they need a lot of water to survive. This next yellow flower is called a celandine. And if you think about all the yellow flowers we've looked at so far, you'll be able to see that each of them has slightly differently shaped petals. So these ones are quite long petals, but they're curved around the top. Now, Fergus was very excited about this next flower that we found because it's a different colour to all the other flowers we've looked at so far, which were yellow. What colour is this one? Can you guys tell me? This flower is called a periwinkle. This next flower is called a daffodil, and I bet lots of you will have seen daffodils growing in parks or in your garden or on the roadsides. Even in Bristol we see lots and lots of daffodils in the spring, and we see them in different colours. Some of them are all yellow, some of them are pale whitish yellow like this one. So lots and lots of different kinds. Now, to have a closer look at this next flower, Fergus had to pretend he was a squirrel and climb up a tree. These little whitish pink flowers here are on an apple tree. They're apple blossom flowers, and we're starting to see these burst into life in trees, apple trees, all over Bristol at the moment. So we hope that you enjoyed having a look at some of those flowers in our garden. Fergus and I really enjoyed showing them to you. You might have noticed that lots of those flowers were yellow. Lots of them were a very bright yellow, and the reason for that we see lots of yellow flowers in the spring is because the spring is when lots of insects are just coming out looking for food, And yellow is a very bright colour that attracts lots of insects very easily, especially in the spring when we still have quite dark evenings and mornings and the days are still quite short. The yellow flowers are very easily spotted by those insects who need them. Now, Fergus and I have a little activity for you guys to have a go at if you'd like to. We have been thinking about those colours and those shapes of the different flowers we looked at and the different petals. And we had a go at making some nice drawings that we're going to put in our window. So should we show them, Fergus, what we've been doing? Yeah, Fergus is going to show you. We've got a few down on the ground here. So here we go. Fergus is going to help me hold these ones up. This one, can you guess what this one was? It's the Celandine flower. So it's a lovely yellow colour and it's got these long, yellow, pointy, curvy petals. And on this Celandine flower that we're going to put in the window, across the middle it says spring can't be cancelled. And that's something that we're asking anybody who wants to tag in any of their photos that they want to put on the My Wild Child Facebook page. So if you want to use that hashtag, you can ask mummy or daddy or the grown-up that you're with to help you do that if you want to post any pictures to the My Wild Child Facebook page. And then it also says on the petals here, stay safe, stay well, stay wild. So we thought that would be a nice thing to put in our window for people who are going past. Now, some of the other flowers that we made are this one here. Thank you, Fergus. Fergus is holding it up. Can anyone guess what this one is? This one's a lovely purple colour. And this one was the Periwinkle flower that we looked at. And if you have a look, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 petals. And on this one, it says, it's got a hashtag sign and it says wildlife window. And so we thought that'd be a nice thing to put in our window as well for people walking past. And other people can see what you've been up to as well. And then Fergus, what's the last one we've got? You're gonna find it. The last flower that we made, this one was the apple blossom flower. And it's got lovely curvy petals. It's got 5 petals as well. And on this one we've written spring, sunshine, blossom, birdsong and bees, because there's lots of the things that we see in the spring. So if you see any flowers out and about, either in your garden or in green spaces nearby to you or even out the window, see if you can count how many petals they have, see what colour they are and see what shape the flowers and the petals are. And if you've got any paper and pens or crayons, pencils, anything like that at home, you can have a go at making some like we have to put in your window. So people walking past can see some big drawings of some of the beautiful spring flowers that we're seeing at the moment. And you can write some messages on there like we've done as well. And we'll write all of this down when we post this video on the My Wild Child Facebook page. We look forward to seeing some of your creations in your windows. So just before Fergus and I go this week, we've got another song for you which you can have a go at learning if you would like to. And this is a song about how much we love the flowers and the sunshine and all of nature and wildlife. And you might know it already, so do sing along with us if you do. It goes like this. I like the flowers, I like the daffodils, I like the sunshine, I like the rolling hills, I like the fireside when the lights are low. A do up 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 a do. I like the flowers, I like the daffodils, I like the sunshine, I like the rolling hills, I like the fireside when the lights are low. A do up 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 a do. So do sing along with us if you know that, and we'll post the words on the My Wild Child Facebook group too. So thanks for watching again, everybody. It's been really nice to share another My Wild Child video with you guys. And until next week, which might be our last video for now, it's goodbye from me and goodbye from Fergus. Say bye, Fergus. Bye, everybody. Hope you're enjoying spring.